we're looking for clients that have the commitment of time to work with us and
Mm-hmm.
that have top leadership support. But
Mm-hmm.
those clients that have that right fit and can make the weekly time commitment,
Mm-hmm.
we really expect that we're going to help them accelerate their program and get that friction out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that'll help them close deals.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm here today with Joe Wynn. He's the CEO at CISO. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, and thanks for having me on the show today, Kelsey.
Yeah, great to have you. Great to have you. So, Joe, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Joe Wynn, CEO, co-founder of CISO. We're a Pittsburgh-based cybersecurity company. We have about 20 of us helping organizations engineer and run great information security and cybersecurity programs.
That's fantastic. So tell me a little bit more.
A little about me and how I got started. First, I love to learn. I've always had a passion for information security. For example, figuring out how things shouldn't work and how to circumvent controls. It's always been interesting to me, which has helped me get, really grow throughout my career. My first job out of college was working on a help desk at a $250 million company here in Pittsburgh. I stayed there for a little over 20 years, and it grew to a $2 billion company. And I think when I started out, I was making less than they paid the service who watered the plant.
Oh, geez. But hey, here you are now, right?
Yeah. And I was learning everything I could. Management noticed that, and they asked me to take on more. So I started coordinating the help desk, and they promoted me to supervisor. I moved up to the ranks over time, manager, director, VP. And before there was a real security program, I led IT operations where we did bits and pieces of security. At one point, I was asked to start the company's first infosec program. And soon after that, if you remember, Sarbanes-Oxley came along, and it required publicly traded companies to document and implement their controls.
Mm-hmm.
And that justified hiring a team for us. And we got up to around a dozen people. And eventually I was named the Chief Information Security Officer, ultimately responsible for privacy, business continuity, physical security, and safety.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the best teams I ever worked with, rivaled only by the folks we have here at CISO.
Okay. Wow, that's super interesting. So tell me a little bit more about kind of the industry with CISO. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, we help tech companies implement and run their cybersecurity programs so they're ready to undergo audits for ISO 27001, SOC 2, CMMC, which is Department of Defense's Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification.
Mm-hmm.
And this helps companies create a more mature security program. It also frees up our clients when we use our help so that we can help them focus on the security program while they focus on their business goals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What would you say would be one of the benefits of having, a mature program?
The many benefits to that. One is consistency. A mature program will help an organization be consistent in how they handle their daily security operations. And that has a lot of other benefits. For example, reducing the impact from security incidents. Consistent and mature processes, they help you respond to incidents before they become security breaches.
Interesting.
And I was going to say, and maybe even more important to business owners, is the speed to close new deals.
So what would you say kind of as CISO got started and where you are now, what would you say really differentiates you from your competition?
That's a great question. There's a few things I think that we do differently. One thing I hear a lot is we do what we'll say we do. And which sounds kind of strange, but we hear that's not really typical from our clients, from their experience.
Yeah. So kind of talking about your clients, is there an ideal kind of business size or anything like that you tend to see CISO working with a little bit more than others?
We do. We primarily focus on companies of 50 to 500 people that have revenues between 50 million and $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And we find that we bring a lot of the fastest ROI to software as a service companies who have highly regulated clients.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it sounds like over the years you've been really able to expand the business kind of the offerings and really work on those mature programs. Talk to me a little bit more about that growth.
Um, well, we traditionally have worked with our clients on a number of highly customized engagements.
Mm-hmm.
And that typically starts with small engagements that results in roadmaps to improve their security.
Mm-hmm.
And they hire us to work on larger projects to implement those over time. And we've really focused and grown because of word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Our team knows a lot of folks in the security and IT community.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't know you yet, reach out to us. We want to learn more about what you're doing.
Yeah.
We have a lot of success from referrals. We've grown and retained probably over 95% of our clients, and we
That's
continue to
fantastic.
help them as they improve their security programs.
That's fantastic. Talk to me a little bit about how you've been able to build, the brand name out.
A lot of our clients introduce us to other clients or people who become our new clients,
Mm-hmm.
and we run into various situations where some of our clients actually serve some of our new clients, and when they get struggling, they ask us what worked for them. We do presentations a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we help build out the security community here in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we did that actually led up to how we got started is in Pittsburgh, there's a security conference called BSides Pittsburgh, and that sprung out of a like a grassroots
Mm-hmm.
cybersecurity
Mm-hmm.
set of conferences.
Yeah.
They started in 2009 as an alternative to big commercial security conferences
Mm-hmm.
in Las Vegas. And in 2011, I was one of the co-founders of the Pittsburgh B-Sides. And that's where I met my co-founder, John Ziola. We both had some common interest in helping lots of companies get their security programs working,
Yeah.
even if they weren't able to hire an internal team. And in 2017, John and I co-founded CISO as part of just wanting to give back to the community, help companies that just can't afford to bring in a whole team of their own,
Mm-hmm.
really get their security program working.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like one of the benefits of working with CISO is being able to utilize CISO's team. Talk to me a little bit more kind of about that.
Well, the way that we help companies is, we might start off with a small project, and traditionally we've done that.
Mm-hmm.
The small project lets us do an assessment, understand where the current company or where the client is,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're able to help take that client from building out a roadmap to implementing the roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
And as part of implementing the roadmap, we can help them figure out what it takes to really make a security program work.
Mm-hmm.
And parts of a security program really is a set of processes. And what's really important to our clients is to know, well, who should do that process? How
Mm-hmm.
often should it be done? How long does it take to do it?
Yeah.
And when they understand all of that, they can really start to, put people on it. When they don't have the people to put on it, they can leverage us for help with that.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're really able to provide an extension of the team that they wouldn't necessarily get.
It is. And one of the things to think about is if there's a large scarcity right now of cybersecurity people. There's probably, I think predictions are by 2025, there will be about 3 million open cybersecurity roles. And not all companies need to have experts in every area
Mhm.
full time. And what we can do is we can help by bringing fractional teams together that'll help our clients with the running of their program. We can't really do the daily activities. They need somebody more specifically sitting with them
Mhm.
that can do
Mhm.
help desk kind of daily response. But when it comes to looking at how your programs run on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly business cycle, we can really help our clients take care of those things so they can go focus on the rest of their business.
Yeah, that's so important too. And, obviously cybersecurity is certainly changed over the years. So I'm sure that, CISO has seen a lot of growth in that way.
It has, and a lot of companies struggled during COVID, but what we ended up finding is that it expanded our ability to just reach out to places outside of Pittsburgh. We've
Okay.
really expanded to other states. We primarily help companies across the country.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, Joe, if you wanted to leave our listeners with one thing either about CISO or about the industry and the space, what would you want to leave our listeners with?
Well, I think it's important that you get the security program out of the way of things that slow down your organization. So, for example, a lot of our clients find that the reason they get highly motivated to get their program working, aside from the benefits of reducing incidents, is helping to close deals, helping to close sales faster.
Hmm.
And what we find is that our niche is helping companies that serve highly regulated industries. Those highly regulated industries, they are almost mandated to
Hmm.
make sure all of their service providers are really putting the right security program together so that they will protect the information and the personal information that their clients will have.
Hmm.
So what we like to do is be that accelerator for our clients so they can win more deals by just getting out of the way, getting security out of the way of them closing deals.
Hmm.
No longer should they have to wait several months to get the deal signed. Let's help them make security a non-issue, get rid of that friction.
Yeah, absolutely. And a priority out of the gate.
Yeah, and what I find interesting, and I want to go back to like the way that we've helped some clients,
Yeah.
is we typically start off with the assessment, getting a roadmap, and then starting to do some security program improvements.
Hmm.
And what I found is over time, we found that we've been doing the same model, but we've contracted with our clients on a very specific piecemeal,
Okay.
piecemeal kind of way. Can I give you a little teaser of what we're working on that we'll be rolling out soon?
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
It's a better way for our clients to engage with us. And it's a program that gives measurable ROI after 2 weeks, and then again after a month, and then ongoing as a security program is built. However, it's going to only be for clients that can really meet certain criteria to enroll in it. For example, we're looking for clients that have the commitment of time to work with us
Hmm.
and that have top leadership support.
Hmm.
And when we do this, we'll be packaging it up, everything that we've done in the past as separate pieces into a more cost-effective, streamlined program. And it might be a program that instead of it being a week or a month or a couple months, let's look for clients that will
Hmm.
benefit from a longer term engagement,
Hmm.
but not everybody will qualify. So if you're not top leadership or if you don't have top leadership support, you may not be the right fit. But
Hmm.
those clients that have that right fit and can make the weekly time commitment,
Hmm.
we really expect that we're going to help them accelerate their program and get that friction out of the way.
Hmm.
Hopefully that'll help them close deals. So stay tuned for more about this program and reach out to us if you want to be one of the first ones to learn about this offer.
That's fantastic. And it sounds like it's, an important solution for people who are in the right space for it.
It is. I don't think it will work for everybody,
Hmm.
but especially software as a service companies, highly technical, uh, cloud native
Hmm.
companies that are working with in the highly regulated industries. If they're serving those industries and they're finding that they're getting blocked on winning deals because their
Yeah.
security program isn't helping, that's where
Hmm.
we think you're going to bring real value.
That's fantastic. That's great. That's great. And I'm glad you gave me a teaser. That's a good little taste, I think, for our listeners. That's great.
I think the biggest benefit I'm looking for, not having done this before, we'll see how it comes out, but
Mhm.
it's really to try to, instead of us looking for clients, have our best clients self-serve. Do they
Mhm.
really fit? And if they do, come to us, we'll help them.
Yeah.
And this new program, instead of it being a really hard to contract and figure out what all the next steps are,
Hmm.
we're just making it one big program.
Hmm.
And it
Hmm.
just contract with us, we'll get your security program in place. You might be working with us for a year or two till you're done. And we have a lot of our clients, 6 years ago, they started, they're still clients.
Wow, that's great. So important to retain clients. That's it. It goes to show the quality of the company.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
We're
no,
proud of that.
absolutely. So Joe, somebody wants to get in contact with CISO. How would they even go about getting started?
Great question. We have on our website, CISOLLC.com, SEISOLLC.com. There's a contact us form and we get back to you right away. Just reach out.
I have one more question before we head out. So, what would be one thing, either personally or professionally that you hope to be celebrating in this next year?
Well, in 2022, we worked really hard on making the investments, making a lot of investments in CISO.
Mhm.
We've streamlined a number of areas. We've hired a number of consultants, and along with that teaser for that new program, by later in this year, I'd love to be celebrating the success of all that hard work
Yeah.
and show that we've brought on a lot of new clients who are benefiting from streamlining their security program.
And developing that mature program.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Joe, this has been a great interview. I really appreciate you being on Business Ninjas. I certainly learned a lot about, the cybersecurity space, mature programming, and really the importance that CISO, the solutions CISO can offer to your clients.
Well, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have you. Thank you again.